Geometry Dash, 75 FPS, Finger Dash V3 by the Antichrist himself. If excessive compliment felt like getting a paper cut, this felt like a rattlesnake latching onto my testicles with its fangs. If the ugliness of incipient made me want to bolt my eyes shut, this made me want to rip my eyeballs right out of their sockets, brew them in holy water, and douse them in Clorox. This level is single-handedly the very definition of all evil and unholiness in the universe, and how corrupt and wretched life can be. Experiencing this level is basically punishment for everything you've done wrong in your life. The very thought of this level caused me to constantly break down to the verge of tears, and often 2 tears. This level defines the most soul-crushing horrors that the universe equips. This level is nothing to me but a massive, clumpy, radioactive pile of vomit and diarrhea extracted straight from one of the most unsanitary sewers in existence. Never, ever, ever put yourself through this level, which I consider to be cruel and unusual punishment. This level was such trashy, smelly garbage that at one point I slammed my phone into my trash can, retrieving it later. The fact that this rotten, merciless, rancid, malevolent, chronic, rage-inducing excuse for a fucking epic extreme demon that the goddamn creator of the game himself makes me feel ashamed to be part of a community where its creator and the moderators call this horrific excuse of a level to be rate-worthy. The fact that the majority of players who have played this level dared to say the level was good really disappoints me. First, the decoration. This level looks like it was made by a 2-year-old in the first couple of fucking seconds in 2.1 trying to figure out the editor. This level absolutely showed that Noriega tried his absolute hardest, and I appreciate that, but he failed miserably. Just looking at this level made me want to throw up everything I had eaten for the past 2 weeks. I also felt like plunging knives into my eyes, although that sounds more pleasurable than playing this level. If this level had the purpose of making your eyes bleed, cry in agony, the creator did a damn good job of doing so. The gameplay is the absolute worst part of the level. Every section of the level is bugged. Every trigger orb is also bugged, and they're all bullshit. The duels are really hard to learn, and there is no indication whatsoever on what you're supposed to do. The most inconsistent duel is the 58% mini wave spam, which is the absolute worst, since it's past the buggy duel. The hold and release parts are the most buggiest, however, and then there's the fucking 68 ship. The ship is the bottom shit of it all. I managed to die here a total of 139 times. I also died at the duel after the impossible ship 52 times, and the last queue 18 times, including 96 3 times, 97 twice, and 98 once. Never play this level. Ever. About 2 weeks ago, I decided to race this with @MiniWheatDuo, and he beat it in the first 2 days. Well, this took me an additional 2 weeks, which means I suck. If you want to do this level, do not do it. If you are playing this, step away immediately and call the authorities, unless you have some sort of brain defect, in which case you may play the level. Dear Noriega, please quit creating in the game altogether forever. No one likes your levels, and your latest best level is a failure. Please leave this community and never come back. Enjoyment, -infinity out of 10. Gameplay, -infinity out of 10. Decoration, -67 octodecillion, 584 septendecillion, 939 sextodecillion, 486 quindecillion, 767 quattordecillion, 393 tridecillion, 494 duodecillion, 305 undecillion, 386 decillion, 734 nonillion, 985 octillion, 209 septillion, 437 sextillion, 980 quintillion, 579 quadrillion, 803 trillion, 459 billion, 846 million, 379,693 out of 10. Geometry Dash, 240 FPS, Bloodbath by Riot and more, extremely horrible demon. Disclaimer, I have the unofficial world record for number of deaths at G-Boy, which was 22. This is, by far, the worst 2.5 weeks I have had in my life, and the worst experience I have ever had in 7 Cs. Back when I beat Finger Dash V3, I thought nothing could top the obscene bullshittiness of the level. Boy, I was so motherfucking wrong. Bloodbath by Riot and more is objectively the worst mistake in a line of code in any video game ever created. If you've ever gotten a splinter on your finger, playing this level was like having the entire state of fucking Florida being forcibly shoved into my pelvis. If you've ever broken a bone, playing this level was like having your entire fucking body being rammed by a jumbo jet plummeting into the ground. If you think that you have ever despised a level you've played or attempted with every living cell in your body, I'm telling you, it is nowhere near as close as to how much I've absolutely fucking abhorred this ungodly and satanic failed abortion of a level. Every attempt from zero felt like another bucket full of rectal blood-soaked diarrhea and vomit being forced down my throat. Every death at Michigan or past it was like having all of a venomous snake's fangs being shoved up my urethra extremely slowly, and dying at G-Boy 22 motherfucking times felt like a demented surgeon vertically tearing through your abdomen without anesthesia every single time. Imagine during the endless amounts of attempts and play sessions and tears from me breaking down on the level constantly, my body was possessed by the unholy spirits and corrupt souls and demons from an endless purgatory, scraping their way into me and causing me extreme aggression, eventually leading to severe damage on the right joystick of my controller. Playing this level was the most stressful and most pressure-bearing experience I will ever have, and the agonizing pain and depression this level brought me from playing it every day for hours on end is something I will never likely experience again, since no level could be as bad as this and wouldn't cause you to wish to be a disembodied soul, mindlessly wandering the fiery pits of hell, hopelessly waiting for the one day that the universe will cease to exist and for you to cease to exist as well. The horrible and intense inconsistency I withstood while painstakingly playing this level with the worst input delay imaginable on my controller, which is why I had to switch to mouse, gave me a nagging urge to off myself with a fork and an electrical outlet while stabbing my left and right testicles with two freshly sharpened pencils. Michigan's part made me want to punch a hole through my computer, and cracks made me want to jump off the Empire State Building. Every transition in this level felt like it was made by a special needs class trying to make a decent level while blindfolded while on medications. Overall, I think every participant in this level is a kid from a special needs class. My luck with this level was absolutely atrocious. I never thought anyone could get this unlucky with any level, since the amount of times I died past crack should be next to impossible. I will always hate this level with a deep passion. Never fucking play it. It was made by 6-year-old fucks. Geometry Dash, 144 Hz. Dolos by the worst gameplay creator in the game. Fuck you. Fuck this level. Fucking horrible piece of shit. What an absolute fucking shitefest of an organized collab that definitely should have been aborted in the first fucking trimester of its existence. The single fucking thought of this catastrophic failure of what feels like the spawn of Satan was like being raped by a fucking rhinocerous, giving birth to its offspring, and then dying a slow and painful death because of how the horns penetrate your urethra as the offspring slowly travels through. The sickly antichrist that possessed Anzuk's vessel and created this unholy abomination caused me the most pain, the most suffering, and the most oppression I have ever experienced with any fucking level I have played in my 3.5 years of playing this game. Every 14,013 attempts, every single one, was the most fucking torture probably any human has ever endured since the fucking Dark Ages. This was single-handedly the most traumatizing, upsetting, mortifying fucking experience I have had with any level I have played so far. Nothing I've played before this has caused me as much agony and torment as this level did. This level is the most horrible, deplorable, terrible, appalling, ghastly, nauseating fucking piece of shit to ever manifest in the plane of existence in the observable universe. Nothing, I say nothing, can compare to the sheer, raw, unfiltered, bloody puddle of diarrhea that is this level. Imagine having a really blunt syringe penetrate both of your testicles from the side like a kebab, having the syringe extract the semen from your testicles, and then having it injected into your eye. You're getting a pretty good idea of nearly half of the insufferable and endless torture that this level caused me. Imagine you got shot once, but instead of just one bullet, it was 14,013 bullets. Or if you jumped off a building, and you had that split second of excruciating and torturous pain when you were still alive, and you hit the ground at the speed of 32 feet per second, but you had to relive the experience 14,013 times. I would go on, but I think I've made my point. Now the level. Holy fucking Jehoshaphat of living Christ. Nothing is more atrocious than this ungodly and sacrilegious abomination of gameplay. The absolute worst demonstration of synchronized gameplay that exists and will exist. And I've played TM18. It is not possible for a human being to make such abominable and abhorrent gameplay, so the logical explanation is that Unzeeks didn't in fact create the gameplay, but in fact kidnapped some guy from an asylum for the criminally insane with every neurological disease known to man, create the gameplay for him, and then turn it into this horrific excuse for a Megacollab. The inconsistency of the pre-drop makes you want to bash yourself in the head with a steel baseball bat, and the drop is just straight up fucking garbage. But the pre-drop isn't even the worst part of this level. It's the unholy and satanic ritual garbage fuck that is the 49% wave spam. The single part, which lasts less than 2 seconds, outweighs every fucking thing else in the level because it's completely fucking luck, and you only pass it 1 out of 20 times to get there, which is pretty fucking embarrassing for Unzeeks, since he supposedly made a balance update. And don't even fucking get me started on all the bugs in the level. There are so many fucking bugs and random inconsistencies scattered throughout this level that you'd think there's absolutely no way that these bugs were unintentionally made, and that these bugs were created on purpose, because not one person on God's fucking living earth can make a layout with as many bugs as this level has. The fucking song is an even greater burden to listen to, since you hear the annoying fucking hum at the beginning of the level over and over and over again, and it fucking sounds like fingernails at a chalkboard most of the time. There's absolutely no fucking common theme of decoration throughout this entire level, and it just fucking looks like the creators shat all over the editor with 2.1 objects. This Megacollab was so poorly organized and balanced it's actually laughable, especially when you think about the fact that this is featured on the Geometry Dash servers, which is absolutely absurd, because fucking Arrow is more worthy than this repulsive, sickening, repellent pile of horse shit. Dear Onzooks, if you have made it to here, and I sincerely hope you did, oh how I wish I could see you breaking down in fucking tears because you fucking deserve it after creating this fucking disgrace of a level. Never ever in your entire lifetimes and the next ones ever create gameplay or a layout ever fucking again, because your gameplay fucking swallows and it shouldn't exist in the name of the sanity of human beings everywhere. For the benefit of every living being on this plane of existence, never fucking touch the editor ever again, you fucking sadistic fuck. Geometry Dash. 144 Hz. Misty Mountains by Weatherman. Weather Trilogy done. This is such a train wreck of a level it's actually laughable. I'm not kidding. I absolutely abhor this level with a passion. By far the worst weather level I've done, and honestly a terrible way to finish the trio off. The sheer inconsistency of the pre-drop enraged me to no end, since I only passed it every 10 to 15 minutes, which in my standards is absolutely unacceptable. This took me longer to do than Black Blizzard, showing how painstaking it is to get far. Every timing in the first 40% is a joke. It's not even synced, at all. Every orb timing and jump has a different upset from the beat of the song, making it all the more infuriating to get past. The only tolerable part to me was the drop, and even that get annoying as fuck after playing from zero for a while. The last duel is nearly as hard as the first cube, resulting me to die there 17 times, 10 of them at the 79 to 80 duel ship. Never play this excuse for a weather level that barely makes the standard for rate-worthy levels these days, and shrinks under the greatness of Black Blizzard and Sunset Sandstorm. I do not recommend playing this unless you want to feel like having your nuts being compressed by a steamroller. Void Wave by square bracket curly bracket S curly bracket Atanic cult square bracket parentheses impossible luck demon right parentheses. The following things I am about to say are not supposed to be interpreted as dramatic or as an exaggeration. Every single fucking word you are about to read on this page came straight from my heart and soul. This entire description is all my thoughts towards this level that I have been bottling up for the past month. Enjoy. Also, if you're gonna cry about the description, go cry to your fucking mommy about it, because I'm not going to be the one dealing with your shit. In the agonizing and traumatizing hours I endured with this diabolical and sadistic embodiment that exists in the universe to specifically torment my vessel, I was nothing but a disembodied soul, a contorted remain, crying out in anguish and desperation, the broken spirit of a banished infidel, certain to endure the internal and harrowing fires of the deep pits of the Antichrist lair for eternity, pleading for the mercy of Lucifer's demons, also known as Cherry Team. The unholy and haunted creature that was unleashed and possessed my essence during that my time of playing this level brought me to the verge of breaking down in both mental and physical agonies several times within the span of days. No level so far has brought me this much fucking stress ever. I cried in wrenching mercy nearly every play session. You have no idea how relieved I am to be done with this. This level was complete mental torture and I wanted to die. I'm not talking Gen Z, oh my god, I hate my life, wanna die. I mean, bullet in the temple right now, kinda wanna die. This is one of the worst list demons I've beaten, a worthless pile of jackfuck balderdash on par with the likes of Dolos and Bloodbath, the grotesque black gunk festering on the inner rim of the trash lid. Not only is it extremely boring and unbalanced, but also stupidly inconsistent, and there were like 3 parts that required luck to pass no matter how much I practiced, like the fucking toggle orb at 50 or the green orb that you fall through half the time in Conv. Despite how low it is on the list, I had such an awful experience with this disgusting fuck-stain excuse of a level that I wanted to neck myself with barbed wire the entire time I played this. I think it's fine on the list where it is, but to me this is 100 times harder than fucking Sunset Sandstorm and Dolos. I don't see how anyone can think otherwise. Everyone involved in the creation process of this level should be banished to solitary prison for the rest of their worthless fucking lives for hate crimes against my mental health as well as humanity as a whole. My experience with the level itself was an absolute massive fucking shit show. I got insanely unlucky with this, dying at Conv over 60 fucking times and dying past it over 30 times. All of the fucking unavoidables and unbearable bugs that happen in this level that both happen on the mobile fixed version and the server rated version tainted my experience with this even more, since it was absolutely fucking impossible to get far with all of these bugs. And don't even get me fucking started on the 50 toggle orb bug. Cooper, now a list helper, said I couldn't do anything to fix the toggle orb, so I've had to fucking depend on pure fucking luck to get past it, every fucking time. It was either a coin flip to get past or die, except the coin is 3-sided and 2-sided dictated that I would die at the toggle orb, and the transitions, oh holy fuck, I thought my gameplay was bad. Every single fucking transition in this level is either extremely awkward, bugged, or just straight up fucking bullshit, like some of the blind transitions like 21, 56, and 71. I died at these so many fucking times, it's actually funny at this point to think about. And the most fucking buggiest parts are at the last 25%, which added towards my relentless frustration towards this level. Fuck this level. It is a fucking sick and revolting level, and I never want to touch it again, or ever fucking see any other person play it. I went through some real fucking pain and grit while playing this sick fucking excuse of a featured demon. The beginning is ungodfully boring, and it's extremely inconsistent, not to mention my fucking luck. And the fact that I died at 50 half the time, because this level is the most fucking buggiest place of shitard fuck added to my stress. Not to mention fucking Conv's part, whose fucking sadistic idea was it to make Chinese fuck wave parts at the last third of a 4-minute level. Despite how much of a fucking kidney stone the gameplay is, the blood-eating fetuses that made this miserable wad of armpit hair did a very good job with the deco. It's held up extremely well for a glow-based level, especially with the planet decoration, even though I couldn't even fucking experience that because of how fucking garbage my computer is. Overall, one of the most well-decorated extreme demons made sufferable by special ed cretins who were too busy giving head to Elmer's glue bottles to make competent gameplay. Geometry Dash, 144 Hz. Idols by Zafkiel 7 and more, Extreme Demon. Fuck this fucking level, poop shit fucking Afghanistan war crimes, this level, this stew, ID, UFCK shit. This level is, to simply put it, fucking raw dog shit. I'm not talking fresh out of the dog's anus dog shit. I'm talking dog shit lying in the hot sun all afternoon in fucking August, cooking on top of the hot concrete dog shit. I can't even begin to describe how fucking agonizing this level was to play from zero. I have never felt such hopelessness and anguish while playing any Geometry Dash level. This level is infinitely worse than Dolos, and it would have dethroned Void Wave if it weren't so easy to get far. I fucking abhorred this level. If you've ever felt an intense, passionate hatred for something, it would pale next to how I feel about this fucking atrocious disgrace for what is supposed to be a throwback to 1.9. If 1.9 was considered the golden age, this level represents the exact fucking opposite, basically previewing not 1.9, but a bottomless pit, right to the deepest pits of hell, where you could literally fucking see yourself burning in the internal flames of Satan layer and screaming out in agony and mercy. There's absolutely no fucking way in the name of Christ that the level could be this bad, and also have creators put actual effort into this level. It's so goddamn unbalanced, with the second half being miles harder than the first, not to mention all the bugs. The 60 duel is by far the most rotten mildew stuck on the trash lid that is in this level. Every single fucking second of that duel has at least one stupid bug associated to it. The swing copter at 73 is fucking silent compared to the rest of the level, and there are incredibly horrid transitions at the 2% at 77. The fact that a legacy-less demon took me a full fucking week to do is shaming, and it made me really fucking quit the game. I'd go as far to elaborate on the fact that this level is harder than Celestial Force, but I won't go any further because this level is so fucking garbage. It's not even worth one of my lengthy descriptions, so I'm just going to end it here. P.S. Dorami, I hate you.